Welcome to the Cover One post-game show. I'm your host, Matt Sherman. We'll be taking you to all the games across the Concho Valley tonight, including Central versus Midland Legacy, El Dorado, Sterling City, and also a very, very good game in Brady versus Ballinger. You'll want to hear what the coach has to say after that. Before we get to what all the coaches are going to be talking about tonight, I want to let you know the show is brought to you by the Bass Bunch. So with that, let's hear a quick message from them.
Do you have a child with special needs? Well, we have a special day of fun just for you. It's the Fall Festival for Children with Special Needs, sponsored by Jim Bass Ford and San Angelo Live. Join us at Jim Bass Ford Thursday, October 26th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. for games, prizes, refreshments, and candy, free for children with special needs and their families. The 2023 Fall Festival at Jim Bass Ford at the corner of Houston Hart and Arden Road. Don't miss it.
All right, I teased it, so we're going to start with that one first. A comeback win for the Brady Bulldogs. Cover One analyst is down there on the field with Coach Roberts. So with that, we'll kick it to James Bellini.
All right. Head coach Jaron Roberts from Brady Bulldogs got a big win on a last-second touchdown, 34-27. Talk about it.
Hey, super proud of our kids. We knew Ballinger was going to come in here and give us a fight. Ballinger's a big rival. Ballinger-Brady goes back a long, long ways. Tip your hat to Ballinger. They came out and kind of threw a couple of surprises at us, got us down 13-0 at the beginning of the game there. But our kids made some adjustments at halftime, dominated the second half, ran it right down the field there at the end, and, didn't leave a lot of time on the clock. So tremendously proud of our guys.
All right, and you're down 13-0. What are you telling your guys? What are you saying at halftime? Hey, how do you keep your guys in it?
Hey, I was super proud of them, because after the game from last week, they could have really easily said, hey, here we go again. And we just told our guys, hey, trust it. They're doing a couple of things different. Trust the fact that we'll get adjustments made and give you a chance to be in a position to have success. And they did that. And they trusted the coaches. They trusted each other. They made some big plays offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game. We won the field position tonight, won the turnover battle. And so just tremendously proud of our kids and the grit and the fight that they had.
All right, I know we just talked about it, but time winding down. You're driving in. You're inside the 50. You trust your kicker there, man?
Absolutely. We actually, during the first time out, we had a 3rd and 1, and I said, hey, we're going to run 2 plays in a row. We're going to get this thing down around the 10. Really, anything inside the 20. I trust Ashton to kick. He's been out a few weeks, and so it's sure nice to have him back. But, yeah, in the back of our mind, we were thinking, hey, wind it all the way down, and if it comes down to it, we'll kick a field goal and take our chances.
Hey, Daryl made it easy on you, though.
Hey, tremendously proud of Daryl. He overcame adversity. He didn't get to play in the first half there. He was ready to go in the second half. It provided a spark to our team because he had fresh legs, got some carries in there, and helped Zeke stay fresh as well in the second half. Tremendously, but hats off goes to our offense and defensive line. They were getting pushed around early. They gritted their teeth, and they just pushed the guys backwards that last half of football. And so tremendously proud of how we played up front. That's the identity that we want to play football with around here, and so very proud of our kids.
All right, this has been Jaron Roberts, head coach of the Brady Bulldogs, courtesy Destination Ford.
Hey, thank you. We appreciate you guys. Go Dogs.
All of our coverage of the Brady Bulldogs is brought to you by Brady's hometown car dealership. Destination Ford of Brady, leading Brady's hometown car dealership is General Manager Mark Smith. He and his team are 100% behind the Brady Bulldogs. Every week, the Destination Ford of Brady offers the Bulldog Deal of the Week. This week, the Bulldog Deal is on 2023 Ford F-150s that come with 3.9% interest and with approved credit and $2,000 in bonus cash. Mark Smith said there are 14 trucks on the lot right now with 9 different colors and 14 different trim options. This extensive coverage of the Brady Bulldogs is brought to you by Destination Ford of Brady, 110 South Bridge Street in downtown Brady, where you can get the Bulldog Deal of the Week. Of course, a very tough game there for the Bobcats. Ryan Chadwick is down with head coach Kevin Crane to talk about it. Of course, a little sensitive there subject because now it looks like the Bobcats may be out of playoff contention. But either way, there's still a lot of things to learn. So let's go down to head coach Kevin Crane to hear his thoughts.
I'm here with head coach Central Bobcats, Kevin Crane. Electric in the first half, coach, kind of fell off in the second. Just give me your overall thoughts.
Yeah, I thought first half we played good and played hard, and it was a close ball game. You know, we had 2 turnovers in the first half, which we hadn't really done all year, and that hurt us, or we potentially could have had some more points, you know. And then second half, you know, it just kind of got away from us a little bit, and didn't play quite as good in the second half. And you know, we got to learn from that and try to regroup and get better from it.
Coach, offensively, it kind of seemed like in the second half things were just a little bit out of rhythm. Is that just something that can be fixed during the week, or do you think that was just a tonight thing?
Yeah, I hope so. You know, obviously we were down Tyree tonight, and so that kind of limited what we could do, but that's part of the game. But you know, I thought first half we played pretty good offensively. Second half we just struggled to get into a rhythm. You know, that's a good football team, and we just struggled to get in a rhythm, and you know, we just couldn't quite put it together. So hopefully we'll watch the film tomorrow and learn from it, get better from it. You know, like I told them, we're a young football team, and we're learning all the time. You know, and this is going to be no different. And you know, we've had some good first halves, you know, throughout the year, and then we have a hard time keeping it together in the second half. You know, and so hopefully we'll evaluate and get better from here.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck next week.
And of course, Ryan Chadwick was at the game tonight, so I bet, you know, he's probably really disappointed in this one. Central was in the game the whole time until the second half, and it just was out of hand. So let's hear what he has to say about this.
Well, the game's over here at San Angelo Stadium, and the final score would honestly surprise you considering how close the first half was. But Midland Legacy wins this one 66-24. Central just seemed out of rhythm, out of routine on offense the entire second half. They scored on their first drive that they got the ball, but after that really couldn't do anything with it. Had 1 turnover again in the second half on their final drive, but Legacy just kind of shifted into a different gear. Central had a couple of dumb penalties that helped move Legacy along, but other than that, like, the Rebels just overpowered the Bobcats, and this will be a great learning experience for this young team. Not saying it needs to happen, but every team can get their rear ends handed to them every once in a while and learn from it. So Bobcats head coach Kevin Crane said to his team after the game that they're going to watch the film, they're going to learn from this, and they're going to move on because they got two more opportunities to play in the regular season, and they really got to take the next step as a young team to mature into a better one. But yeah, this one really got away from them in the second half, and the final score is 66-24. Midland Legacy wins this one.
Our coverage of the San Angelo Central Bobcats is brought to you by Angelo Bolt at 808 Warehouse Road. Opened in 1994, Angelo Bolt Industrial Supply has served the Concho Valley for 29 years and counting. Angelo Bolt is the go-to place for fasteners, power tools, air compressors, safety equipment, and everything in between. Chances are Angelo Bolt will always have what you need when you need it, and in that rare chance that they don't have that odd fastener or special part you're looking for, they'll find it fast. No request is too big or too small at Angelo Bolt at 808 Warehouse Road, where customer service is their top priority. Thank you, Angelo Bolt, for bringing us all of this Central Bobcat action. Another blowout win was the Wall Hawks versus the TLCA Eagles. If you watched the pregame show, I was wrong. I picked the Eagles in this one, but the Hawks came and, put it on TLCA. Of course, Scott Manchaca is down there with head coach Houston Guy. So let's hear what he has to say after the big win.
Hello, this is Scott with San Angelo Live, COVER1 Football. I've got Coach Houston Guy, the head coach of the Wall Hawks tonight. They win in dominating fashion tonight, 69-12. Coach, domination on both sides of the ball. You improved to 6-2 on the season, most importantly 3-0 in district. Early was blowing out their opponent as well. Next week's showdown with Early against the Early Longhorns is most likely going to be for the district championship. Coach, if you'll kind of tell us what your thoughts of the game tonight and your next week's opponent, the Early Longhorns.
I thought our kids played really good tonight. I was real pleased at how they executed offensively and defensively. They started hot, both sides of the ball. I was very pleased. You couldn't ask for anything more tonight. Next week we got a big game. You know, it's hard to play in Early. Those guys are good. They've got everybody back, everybody healthy. They're looking good. They're rolling. So early is always a tough place to play. We played there 2 years ago, and they beat us in the very end. And so that's something our kids haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten it either. And so it's on our minds from the very first football season till we start prepping tomorrow morning for them. And so we're looking forward to the game on Friday.
Okay, Coach Houston Gubb, the head coach of the Wall Hawks, 69-12 final score over the opponent tonight. Thank you, Coach. Good luck the rest of the season.
Of course, all of this Wall Hawk versus TLCA action is brought to you by South Plains Implement. South Plains Implement presents the October closeout sale. Unbeatable deals on John Deere compact and utility tractors. Save $1,500 on select 1 to 3 series tractors, $2,000 off select 4 series tractors, and a huge $3,000 off select 5E tractors. But you better hurry because this offer ends on October 27th. Of course, county restrictions apply. Don't miss out on the October closeout savings. South Plains Implement in San Angelo is just off US 67 North at 3993 Tractor Trail and at 18 more locations throughout West Texas and New Mexico. South Plains Implement, where farm meets family. All right, and Ernesto is down with the head coach for the El Dorado Eagles, Chad Tuttle. Chad was on the, Coach Tuttle, I guess I should say, was on our pregame show, and he really thought that the Eagles had a big chance to win this game, and boy, was he right. Pitched a shutout over there in Sterling City. So Ernesto Rodriguez is down with Coach Tuttle. Let's go ahead and hear from him.
Ernesto Rodriguez here with Coach here for El Dorado. And tonight, upset, or it was, I won't say an upset, but it was a great effort for the El Dorado Eagles. So give us your thoughts on the game.
Not an upset in Slacker County. I'll put it that way. These kids have worked pretty hard all week and been very, very focused. After last week and kind of that heartbreak at the end, they wanted a little redemption. And so it was one of those deals that we knew coming over here that's a good stinking football team on the other side, the purple and gold Eagles. So it's one of those deals that we knew we had to play really, really well. And, defensively we played lights out. That is awesome. They got lots of turnovers, that kind of stuff. Saved our butts a few times. And so it's one of those deals of, the kids were focused and they know what's at stake. And so, very, very proud of these kids. Very, very proud of our coaches and very, very proud of our community. So,
yeah, and just what did you tell the team at halftime just to keep the focus on the lead that they had?
Really just finish. That was one of the deals of, our DC spoke first, and that was what he said, and that's why I reiterated it after he did about finishing. And that was one of the deals of, that we needed to do. Last week we kind of came back in the second half, and this week, we kind of told them, hey, they're going to be thinking the same thing. And so, we didn't need to. We needed to shut the door on them and do that. And they fought their tails off over there, and, they put a scare in us, and they're a good football team. And so, we're very, very glad and very happy to come out with a win tonight.
All right, we appreciate your feedback. Good luck. Have a safe trip back to El Dorado, and thanks for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all.
And, of course, all of our coverage for tonight's Sterling City versus El Dorado game is brought to you by Hartman Roofing. If you want to stay in the game, don't get beat over the top. At Hartman Roofing, the proof is in the roof. From residential houses to commercial buildings, Hartman Roofing is the roofer you can trust to do it right the first time. To get a quote today, call Hartman Roofing at 325-653-2888. Before we get into some scores, the Cover1 scoreboard is brought to you by Texas Bank. Locally owned and governed, Texas Bank is a proud sponsor of Cover1 Athletics. Just like the guys on the field, Texas Bank wants to show you what it means to be a team. From checking to savings to personal loans to commercial loans, Texas Bank is here for San Angeloans with 3 convenient locations. So, when thinking where to bank, use the local guys at Texas Bank. All right, let's get into scores for one final time tonight. Brady and Ballinger, we showed you this one. Of course, Brady was able to come back and win this thing 34-27. Blackwell, Lorain, 71-52. Lorain, Erie County, Robert Lee, 56-36. Erie County was able to pick up a win there. McCamey and Wink, 45-7. Wink. Iran and Water Valley, 22-13. Water Valley, who saw that one coming? Trenton Bront, 54-6. Bront wins. Midland versus and 7, Cougs pulling it out. Stanford Nansen 41-7, Stanford. Westbrook and Hermele 76-30, Westbrook. Hamlin and Cross Plains 28-6, Cross Plains. Toller and Bangs 60-6, Toller. Very Best and Menard 58-8, Very Best. Paint Rock and Rising Star 54-6, Rising Star. I still need a score from that Richland Springs game. Of course, last night, Lubbock Estacado lost to Brownwood 35-14. Lakeview and Big Spring last night also 63-42 Big Spring. San Angelo Central, Midland Legacy 66-24. Big-time loss for the Bobcats. Probably throws them out of playoff contention. Friendship and Odessa Permian 46-44. That's just a fourth quarter score, so make sure you stay on the San Angelo Live scores page to see who wins that one. Sterling City El Dorado 24-0 El Dorado. Wall and TLCA San Angelo 69-12. The Wall Hawks win and, like I said, take on Early next week for the district championship. It's going to be a good one over there in Early. Of course, this has been the Cover One post-game show. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, some games aren't final yet, so go to the scores page on SanAngeloLive.com/scores. For all the team here at Cover One, I'm your host, Matt Trammell. For our stringers out there tonight, Ryan Chadwick, James Bellini, Scott Manchaca, Ernesto Rodriguez. For our scorekeepers, Joe and Judy Hyde. And for all the team here at San Angelo Live, we'll see you guys next week.